is?
I do. I've seen the clips on the internet.
What do you make of the Jubilee stuff?
So the first time I think I saw a Jubilee thingy, it was one of the conservative people,
Uh-huh.
and then there were a bunch of, I guess, eager, good-hearted, young, progressive people that were
Yeah.
like arguing with them. It really comes down to like, okay, so the way that I've never watched a whole episode because I never would.
Uh-huh.
The way that I've consumed it is I see clips on like Reddit, or like people would send me, links on X or Blue Sky or whatever. When I watched it originally, I felt that these poor young progressive kids are trying so hard to try to change the mind of somebody that is absolutely not going to change their mind, right? You do get like nice clips from time to time of like, somebody like a Jordan Peterson getting owned, or
Yeah.
I don't know who else was on there. I think Charlie Kirk was on
Yeah.
it, right?
Sure.
You get those clips, right? And you go, oh, look at it. Oh, they got owned, and there'll be like a Reddit post or something like that or whatever.
Pwned.
Pound. But then I also know that I am seeing those clips as a result of my algorithm. I'm sure
Hmm.
my algorithm is pretty progressive.
Al Gore's gonna Al Gore.
Al Gore is gonna Al Gore, right? And obviously, the things that I search for. Yeah, all my porn is interracial. Um, so the algorithm knows what I'm here for, right? So it's only going to show me that. But I have thought like, well,
Is
this
your
seems
porn
like
ableist?
I promise you that's not a search that I've ever looked, but I promise you that is 100% a fetish and a subreddit that I could subscribe to right now. Right now, I could learn something new about myself right now. What I will say is, I mean, and not that it's ever come across my purview, I would not shut something off for that reason. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if it's working, it's working. Anyways,
Men
I
are
don't think that was
disgusting. Anyway, yeah. So your Jubilee is ableist. Anyway,
my
you've seen
Jubilee's able.
Jubilee. Yeah.
I've seen Jubilee. I've thought, obviously, in the past that, well, this I understand what's happening here. At the same time, it is platforming people like, bench. Like I'm sure, like somebody who has a more or more conservative algorithm, they're getting like videos of Ben Shapiro owning a 19-year-old college kid, right? So it's
Yeah.
just like, well, what's the purpose of all this? Like,
That's
are we
another
changing
that's
minds
another
here?
Pornhub fetish. Anyway, so the reason why it's come up this week is that Mehdi Hassan was doing these. I'm sure you saw his
Yeah.
clips, right?
Mm-hmm.
On this stupid show on Jubilee called Surrounded, where he's surrounded by 20 conservatives, right? By the way, Patreon exclusive, that's a beautiful cup you have.
Oh, this is a. Do you know where this cup is from? Do you know what it says?
It says your name.
It does. Do you know where it's from?
Where's it from?
It is from the holy city of Mecca.
Did our mother get it for you?
Our mother got me this and a lighter.
Wait, hold on. Oh, a lighter. That's amazing. Wait, why didn't I get a nice cup like that? Like I don't drink anything?
Because you're adopted.
Yeah. Anyway, Julie's come up because so this week it was Mehdi Hassan did it with like 20 conservatives, but then as the clips played, it wasn't really conservatives. It was like 20 fascists.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite was did you see the clips of the Iranian guy? Somebody people keep calling him. They said, have you seen his picture?
I have seen his picture. Can I guess what people are going to reference?
Yeah, tell me
what do you think?
What do you think?
If they're not referencing Carmen Sandiego, then something is wrong.
No. They call him Waluigi Mangione. He looked like Great Gatsby Anonymous to me.
Yeah.
Like Anonymous, like the mask. Anyway, there's that guy, but then there's like these two other white dudes. One dude is straight up like he says, yeah, you can call me a fascist. I don't mind being called a Nazi.
I think we can. Is it okay? I know. We don't want to body shame here and all those things. Is it okay if we call that motherfucker the fat fascist? Like, I think that is.
You know what? I'm okay with it. But the thing is that I like to tell people that I am fat because I enjoy, like, I'm like, yeah, that's something that I have, right?
Yeah.
I'm a fat person. I'm okay with that, right? I don't want to call him a fat fascist. I want to call him
Fascist enough is, I think,
I
is
think
enough.
fascist is good. I don't even
Fascist
think we
is
need to
good.
talk about him being fat. Like I think
Yeah.
we can say that he is the portly. Portly is a
Mm-hmm.
good one. Portly fascist, right? Also just like the dumbest face I've ever seen on a
Yeah.
person.
Very punchable.
A,
Highly punchable face.
extremely a punchable face, a portly
Yeah.
punchable man. Um and he's like giggling whatever. Anyway, his name is Connor.
Of course.
Connor got fired this week, and then he put up a GoFundMe, and he's already raised $30,000. And you
Mm-hmm.
know what? That I think kind of confirmed for me because like people are back and forth about Jubilee, like, oh, is it good? Is it not? And I was like, well, whatever. But to me now, I'm like, okay, now it's just a place for conservative people to go on, argue with somebody, and then go viral, and then have a platform, and then make money on the internet, right? Like
Exactly.
it's essentially what it is. That's basically what it is. It's like the equivalent of like in the 2000s going on American Idol and doing a purposely cringy
Yeah.
audition, you know?
Exa-
Except
exactly.
this is like to boast about your racism. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically what it is.
And so, like, the part about him getting fired from his job or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, so whatever consequences, blah blah blah. But like, we have to understand that there is enough of outwardly racism or outwardly racist. Uh, there's a big enough outwardly racist wing
Yeah.
of the conservative movement where that guy may get fired from like a regular job, right? But there's
Sure.
more than enough opportunities for him to probably make a good living being like, hey, I'm the racist guy who said, I'm the fascist guy that you saw clips of. Invite me to your CPAC conference or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah, like watch me be bold and racist
Mm-hmm.
and not
Yeah.
give a fuck, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, well, why would there be ever be any consequences? The president just this week posted an AI video of Obama getting wrestled in the Oval Office by cops.
Yep.
So like while he giggles. So like at this point nothing really matters. And I think that this whole idea of like, oh, like let me school these liberals or let me school these conservatives, it's there's nothing. All it I think that videos like that now are all they're doing is teaching conservative people that to be like loud and proudly racist.
So I think that's where I think that there's actually hope. I would
Mhm.
hope, because what we are shown in that video, especially, I heard a Mediasin interview afterwards. He was on the Bulwark with this guy who is an ex like GOP guy, an ex conservative.
Yeah.
Forget what his name is, but he's like outwardly he's been really anti-Trump since the beginning, right? Right, like so Trump
So
was
like
like the
male
first.
Anna Navarro.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of those guys, right? And he talks about how stupid Trump is and all those things. So Mehdi Hassan did an interview there, and he said that when I showed up, I thought that I was going to be speaking to 20 Trump voters, right?
Mhm.
And he's like, my understanding, my concept of that was not what I encountered in the room. When I
Yeah.
was in the room, these are all, you know, more than half of them are fascists, like pro
Yeah.
fascist,
Yeah.
pro racist, but most of them, like all of them at the very least, are very, very anti immigration.
Yeah.
And they're anti immigration based on the fact that there's minorities, right? They have whatever they'll try to make some sort of economic discussion for it, but at
Yep.
the core of it really is, hey, we are white, we don't like people that aren't white, and we don't
Yeah.
want people that aren't white here anymore, because it's not really about immigration, it is about skin color, because when you look at
Well, yeah, because
immigrants in the
the
past.
one girl was like blonde, and she said,
Hmm.
"My parents came here as racist, or as racist. Well, they're still racist. My parents came here as immigrants, but they're no
Yeah,
longer immigrants; they're U.S. citizens." And he was like, "No, they are immigrants because they came here as immigrants, and they're
yeah.
still immigrants. That's still an immigrant." She's like, "But they're legal." And he was like, "Okay, so you don't know what any of those things mean." There's another guy that said that he is Native American because his family came here in the Mayflower, and he said so they immigrated here. He was like, "No." So the idea is like obviously these are just racist. Like these are just There was one Hispanic guy that you literally saw his life flash before his eyes as he realized that he was wrong.
Hmm.
It was like one guy, the Iranian Waluigi was like another idiot. Like it just none of it made any sense. And the wild thing was some of them were very passionately like, they weren't pro-Palestine, but some of them were like understanding of the fact that like even the Trump administration is wrong on genocide, but then they also were like, but it's because we hate Jews.
That's the thing. I mean, like we can talk
like,
about.
whoa, wait a minute. Wait, no.
They're not anti-genocide. They're just anti-Jews. Like they are pro-genocide for immigrants. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do want.
Exactly.
What was I going to say? Yeah. So the point about the reason why I find hope is because I don't think that's a true representation of even like I would hope at least it's not, right? Like I this is what Mehdi Hassan was talking about also. He's like, you know, 10, 15 years ago, these people would not be so vocal about their racism.
Sure.
The thing that's different, like they were probably this racist. The thing that's different in today's landscape is that these people are now vocal about their racism and they are vocal about their white supremacy and they're vocal about their hatred of minorities and all those things, right? And it has become such a big part of the like the Trump movement, like the actual Trump movement, the reason why he's in office is because he has this big push from all of these, like these are voters, these are people that didn't vote in the past.
Yeah.
Now they're like, hey, we got a white supremacist that we can vote for, right?
Yeah.
I think that there is, like that idea of like the decent conservative or compassionate conservative or whatever. I do believe that something like that still exists. And what I'm hoping is that when these clips get shared, and I this is a stupid hope,
Sure.
but it is my hope, is when these clips get shared and it's said that, hey, this is what the conservative movement stands for. The good, compassionate conservatives say, no, fuck this, right? Like, I don't like that my party is being taken over by people that are this bad. And I know that there's really no reason for you to think that that is a possibility.
Nope.
What I will tell you is I've been following a lot of the stuff that's been happening in like the Joe Rogan sphere, right? Like all of those guys or whatever. It's one of the disgusting things that I do. I like to keep a foot in that world.
Well, who am I to judge? I watched Love Island for 6 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So it's probably exactly how it is. But I don't watch Joe Rogan, obviously, and I don't watch Tim Dillon, and I don't watch any of these guys. But I have seen channels that speak about these guys. So these are people that are Joe Rogan viewers that are kind of that watch all of those podcasts and then they comment on it. If you see how they've been talking about Trump and especially like the Trump and Epstein stuff, that is a real divide that is now happening within like that, like that, hey, young men is the reason why Trump got elected and the podcast bros and all those guys, right? It's interesting because the closer that you get to the actual administration, so like when it's somebody like Joe Rogan or Andrew Schultz or Tim Dillon that have access to the actual administration, how they speak about Trump versus the people that are still trying to build an audience to and how they're speaking about Epstein and Trump, because the actual viewers are pissed off about this.
Yeah.
The actual viewers actually do give a shit about this stuff. And now they're seeing that, hey, this isn't, we've been sold a bill of goods that isn't true or whatever. So I think it does exist.
It's just so funny to me. They're like, we allowed racism.
Mhm.
We allowed genocide.
The jokes are fun.
It's fine. It's no big deal. But we draw the line at breaking promises.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's really all it is.
That's really all it is.
You told me that you were going to reveal something to me.
And then you didn't.
And then
so it's not even like, I think the actual content of the Epstein files. I think it's the fact that they were like, you sold me, a poor bill of goods or whatever.
I think the pedophilia does factor into it.
I don't know. A lot of those spaces are filled with guys who like to contact their fans who are under the age of 15 on the internet.
Yes, I do agree with you. I know that that's a thing that happens. I don't know if the viewers are, because that's essentially what it comes down to. It's like, okay, what is the point of even a Zateo or whatever, right? It's like, well, you want to kind of shift the way that people think about some of this stuff.
Sure.
Right? So I think really it has to be about like, okay, well, if young men who are, that's who is primarily the consumers of this stuff, right? If they are having a problem, if this Epstein thing is such a big thing in their crawl, then yeah, then maybe that's a thing that you focus on. Maybe that's a thing you say, hey, well, by the way, I know that you're upset about this Epstein thing. Also, I don't know if why you needed this to open your eyes, but Donald Trump's been a motherfucking asshole for the last 50 years, and he's lied to you, and he's a New York City joke, and all the things that he's told you in the past are full of shit, right? So I don't know if that opens their eyes, but I don't know.
You maybe. I mean, look, they've got the White House is throwing as many distractions as possible. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fascinated by the distractions. I'm going to talk about one of them, which is, of course, has to do with sports. It has to do with the Washington Commanders. Now, the Washington Commanders, I think, are trying to get a field in DC,
A new stadium, yeah.
and new stadium, and Trump was like, this is where I come in. This is my time to shine. He said, I'm not making a deal with you until you turn your name back to the Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a term that we no longer use. He said, get rid of this ridiculous moniker, Washington Commanders. I won't make a deal with them until they agree to it. He also said, I brought the Cleveland Indians into it.
Mm-hmm.
He said the owner of the Cleveland baseball team, Matt Dolan, who is very political, has lost 3 elections in a row because of this ridiculous name change. What he doesn't understand is that if he changed the name back to the Cleveland Indians, he might actually win an election. Indians are being treated very unfairly. Make Indians great again, Miga.
Did he actually say that? Or is that
Real,
a fake?
he truthed it. And then when they
Oh
asked
man.
Caroline Levitt, KKK Caroline, about it, she said, sports is one of the president's passions. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
wants to see the name of the team changed, okay? You've never seen a president be so non-tradish, and he's very non-tradish. And he just,
Mm-hmm.
he's passionate about sports.
Yeah, he'd like to bring a lot of things back. We
Yeah,
need free agency. Yeah.
yeah. Let's call them Indians. Let's call them Indians and give them blankets and see
Yep.
what happens. So they had that distraction. The other one is, evil variant of Rogue from X-Men, Tulsi Gabbard. She showed up at the White House today and she said, I got something to say. They brought her out and hold on, let me read this. Okay. It's insane. White House trots out Tulsi Gabbard to push narrative that Obama led Russian interference claims and coup against Trump. So what basically she's saying now is that President Obama
Mm-hmm.
led the Russia hoax,
Yeah.
Russia Gate as they call it, and that was treasonous because that undermined the authority of the America, or undermined democracy and the Democratic Republic because he was a fairly elected president and yada yada yada. But within her claims, she also says that hold on, I have to find the exact thing that she said. She also says that Hillary Clinton was like under like sedation. It's crazy. Well, I'm gonna find it. Clinton. Yeah.
While you're looking that up, just hearing of this for the first time, it sounds like what Tulsi is trying to say is, hey, people, I know you're worried about this Epstein stuff, but I have to tell you something. We used to have a president, and I don't know if you know this, but he was black. And that is a problem because I don't think people realize he was black. He was black this entire time.
I
We
think you
didn't even
guys
know.
forgot. I think you forgot because Biden was here.
Yeah.
Biden's white, but you guys forgot that there was a black guy here. And you know what that
And
black guy did?
not only
He tried to get an interference in the election of Donald J. Trump in
yeah,
2016. Can you
and
believe it?
to aid and abet him, he drugged a poor older white lady into using a private email. Is that tied to it also somehow?
They're reopening the emails. They said that
Of
there
course.
are some files that they have not read. Hold on. Hold on. I have to find the Clinton thing because it's so crazy. She said, okay. She said that in 2019, Clinton, okay, hold on. Let me see. Where is it? oh God, I just saw it on Threads and it was so crazy. She said that Hillary Clinton is a secret drug user. Let me find the exact quote. She said that she had Trump administration. By the way, Gabbard is national intelligence chief. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She says that Hillary Clinton was on a daily diet of heavy tranquilizers, suffering from intensified psycho-emotional problems.
Did she really say that? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you remember in
She said there's irrefutable evidence that details how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false. They knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump. By the way, Tulsi at this point is like a certified Russian asset. Like we know this, right? Right? Yeah. And then so hold on. Let me find the exact thing about among the Russian intelligence, what Gabbard described as high-level Democratic National Committee emails that detailed evidence of Hillary Clinton's, quote, psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness. And that the then Secretary Clinton was allegedly on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers.
Can you send me that blurb? I want to use it against you anytime you're being a woman.
Psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness. Hello. That's me on my period this week.
I'm pretty sure that's what Tulsi is referring to. I'm pretty sure Tulsi is trying to roundabout way talk about hot flashes.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what we're going.
I also just think that the cheerfulness is so funny because one of the things about Hillary Clinton, like even SNL made fun of, right, was like her like kind of shrill manic laugh.
Yeah.
Because they love to talk about women and their weird laughs. Like women should not be laughing. They laugh too much. And Clinton especially, she's a weirdo and she's a robot and she laughs. And now cheerfulness, it was manic, guys. It was manic.
No, if you, I'm sure that
obviously
clip of her from the DNC and the balloons coming down from the ceiling. Oh, that's coming back. You can tell. She's probably sucking helium balloons in the, backstage at the DNC. That would be my guess.
Yep, exactly. So this is where we're at. Okay. They want accountability. They want they want there to be transparency. They want the lies about Russia being colluding in the election to be put to bed. Putin's not a bad guy and he doesn't know Trump.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know Tulsi. And Jill Stein is not in his house right now.
Oh, boy. It's amazing. You remember when Tulsi, during I think it was 2018 or 2019, when Hillary was like, oh, by the way, Tulsi Gabbard is a known Russian asset, right?
Yeah.
And Tulsi was like, this is, it's finally here. This is what this race has always been about. It's always been about me versus Hillary. And everyone was like, what?
They're like, who? Tulsi, please. I know because in, I think it's when last summer when Kamala Harris was a nominee, everybody was like, look at Tulsi Gabbard, school Kamala Harris. And I saw a bunch of people put, can we have her as the nominee? I was like, are you guys fucking dumb? Mm-hmm. Have you open a book? Okay. Open a book, read, go outside, touch grass and open a fucking book, you idiots. Oh God. This is what happens when you shut down the schools for 6 months during COVID. People just got very dumb.
Yep.
Anyway, so fun times in our administration. What else do I have here? Oh, of course, this was so juicy. We didn't even talk about it, you and I, off mic, because I was saving all of this. Obviously, the big thing that happened over the week was the Coldplay concert. Now, have you ever been to a Coldplay concert?
I went to a Coldplay concert with you.
You have been to a Coldplay concert with me. They're so good. Happy time.
Yeah, it was in the amphitheater in Camden. This is when they were still playing amphitheaters. Was it 2005? I want to say.
Yeah, I've seen them so many times. Not to brag.
I cheat on my husband all the time.
The last time I went to Chris Martin. Was with when I was when my little guy, when Noah was in utero.
Oh
yeah, I was preggers with him.
No wonder Noah's the way that he is. Soft baby boy.
Yes. Coldplay concert, Kiss Cam, really exciting stuff. A company called Astronomer their CEO and CPO, which is a term I didn't know existed, that is basically head of HR, were caught in a cuddle. And that was fine. But you know what the craziest thing about that video is? Like, okay, obviously they were caught having an affair. Chris Martin made a joke about da da da. But the way that man skedaddled, that needs to be studied. Okay. So he's the CEO of this company and she is head of HR. And you know that he's been trying to lay it on thick with her for a while. And she's like, listen.
I think he's been laying it on thick for a little while in many, many ways.
What's his name? Andy?
Yeah.
His name was Andy. Andy and Kristen.
Andy.
Andy. And he was like, come on, Kristen. Like, let's just. And she's like, I can. I'm the head of HR. He's like, I got you. I'm the CEO of the company. Nothing can happen.
By the way, hold on. I have to defend Randy Andy here. Now, I understand he was the CEO. And I understand that he's married. I understand he's a position of power or whatever. Let's not pretend like, what was her name?
Kristen.
Let's not pretend Kristen is completely, free from any guilt over here. You're kind of painting her.
No. I'm just saying, Andy created an environment where Kristen was like, no. I'm not saying there's any coercion. No, hold on.
She's the chief. Was it CPO, right?
Yeah. Head of HR. So no, I'm not saying that there was. I'm saying they're both at fault here, right? I'm saying that whatever. There's definitely a power dynamic. He is in a higher position than her. They are both on the C-suite. But in another way, like, she also has a different type of power because she's head of HR. So HR is the organization that if the CEO was to fuck around would have to get involved, right? So there's a power dynamic there. But I feel like Andy was like, we're fine. It's cool. I got your back. And then as soon as Chris Martin puts the cameras on, the way that man exited stage left, I was like, damn, men are not shit. Okay. They're terrible. And then she's beet red. I want to know what their coworker had to say next to them.
Turns out wasn't their coworker. So there was a rumor that was a lady that Kristen had recently hired, but it turns out that that's not who that was. There was like a rumor that was like it was just another person. It was just another person. Probably another.
Oh my God. He just now what would you do in that situation?
If I was married and cheating on my wife with the head of HR, and we were caught at Coldplay, I would hope that I would have pulled the plug many, many moons ago on one of my relationships, right? But let's say whatever. This is the situation. I am Andy. I don't know how do you own it? How do you own it in that moment? I guess you just plant a big one on her. Is that what you do?
Well,
I think I'd freak out and just propose. Let's go the other way. Let's really make a moment out of it.
But my thing is, like, if he hadn't done any of that, if he stood on business, as the youth say nowadays, if he stood 10 toes down on business and was like, yeah, this is my girl, and he just put a big fat one on her, Chris Martin wouldn't have even noticed. We would have never seen the kiss cam.
We would have never seen it. But now you were saying that he scurried away from this. And by the way, he did. He was a coward in the moment. 100% a coward in the moment.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like she was owning it either. She was also disappointed in her own actions. And she literally buried her head in shame.
She did. Right? But also he ran off. Like, I feel like if he had just hugged her, if they had kissed.
If the guy that she was cheating on her family with was more supportive of her in that moment, you think that she would have owned that moment a little bit better. You think that's where... Why are we not... Listen, they're both terrible pieces of shit.
No, I think they're both terrible. My point is...
she's getting a pass here.
Listen, I think she's getting a pass because he was the one that, like, he literally pushed her off of it. He was like, I gotta go. He was like, what is this woman doing on me? Ugh! Girls, ew, cooties. Woman, yuck. Where's my... Oh my God, you're not my wife. Do you think the family was
Dick
there?
Has been here the entire time. No, I don't think the family was there. Here's what I'll say about Randy Andy and what I thought of in that moment. And after I learned that he was the CEO of this company and he was carrying on this affair with another person in the C-suite,
Uh-huh.
and that they're both obviously pieces of shit
Mm-hmm.
that like to cower.
Mm-hmm.
Having worked in corporate America for the last it's been 22 years.
Uh-huh.
Uh, that is not a unique situation
Oh
in terms
yeah.
of
People
married
sleep.
people like chief financial officers, C-suite people fucking
Okay,
each
forget
other.
corporate.
Yeah,
Teachers.
yeah. Look,
Teachers. Teachers be fucking each other. Okay?
I
Married
don't
to
know
other
about
people.
I don't know about teachers fucking each other. I don't know of that. Or teachers fucking teachers fucking teachers. I know about hot teachers fucking 14-year-old boys because
Yeah.
apparently that's a thing that
Well,
happens and
they're
gets shared with me
pedophiles.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah.
are,
Sure, sure.
and they are
There's another.
terrible.
There's
And we
another.
should.
There you go. That's another part of your Al Gore rhythm. Um. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not trying to eat where I shit. You know what I mean? Is that the term?
Shit where I eat.
Yeah. Like I don't. You know what? I barely talk to people at work. By the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never talk to people at work about anything personal because I'm just like trying to go there, do my job, and get the hell out of there.
Do you usually socialize with coworkers outside of work?
No.
So I do that fair bit.
But I think but that's also part
It's
of your
part of my
job.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of my job. Is like obviously like drinks and all those things, right? And like Christmas parties and stuff like that. The shit that I've seen at Christmas parties,
Oh, honey.
honey.
Oh, mama.
There's one CEO. I don't know if I can tell this story. I can't tell this
You
story.
can sure go for it.
We had a Christmas party, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you this: a famous person was at my Christmas party. This
Okay.
is 14 years ago
Okay.
in New York City.
Okay.
We had a Christmas party. We had belly dancers as
Uh-huh.
entertainment. Of course, we did.
Okay.
Just like at the first Christmas, I believe there were belly dancers welcoming the Jesus. Right? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
Anyways, we had belly dancers,
It was like the three wise men
the three
and
wise
belly
men,
dancers.
and a cadre of belly dancers.
Cadre. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Yeah.
I got slapped in the face by one of the belly dancers, by the way. Not because I did anything inappropriate. She just didn't see me while she was doing a move. I was standing behind her. And she did a big move and she slapped me in the face.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
the celebrity that we had at the party was Mark Norman. You
Who?
know the comedian Mark Norman. Again, I think this may be one of those things where he's like big in the Rogan sphere. But he's like an established comic now. He's like a known comedian now.
Hold on.
Mark Norman.
Okay.
He performed. He was the comedian that we hired because we had to have entertainment or whatever, and he was like a New York City based comedian. Then he was doing corporate shows or whatever. So he was there.
Okay.
Mark was macking on one of the girls that we had at the party for a while, right? There were like two attractive women at the party that he was like really into, and I think he was making out with one of them. Anyways, Mark left the party at some point. The head honcho that we had at the party, like you have like you called like big clients or whatever, was the CEO of this one company that we're doing a lot of business with. Nice Southern boy from Georgia, right? Family man, father of two, involved in kids baseball. Like that. This is what he tells me. Like the first, very very family. He did not appreciate a Mark Norman joke because he felt that it was too focused on kids or whatever. Anyways, later on in the night, I am sitting talking to him. We are sitting in a booth, right? I'm
Okay.
talking to him. And one of the young women comes and she sits next to him. Now, I had seen him talking to her the entire time, right? And I step away from my table for a little while to take a phone call, or whatever. And I'm sitting maybe like 30 feet away. And my eye just catches under the table.
Oh no.
The CEO is going to town.
Oh no.
And both of them are just going to town on each other. And it's just like, all right, I guess that's what happens.
A finger bang.
A finger bang, yes.
Oh my god. You know what, guys? I said men are not shit, okay? They're awful. God. And they're literally going to get it anywhere they can. Ugh. I should just divorce my husband before he cheats on me because I
What
feel like
if
it's
he
inevitable.
twice like the night? What?
Bob, if you're
That's not how it
listening, your
works.
days are numbered.
Yeah, start training your fingers now, buddy.
Ew.
You're gonna need them come Christmas time.
It's terrible. Oh my God. Anyway, good luck to you, Kristen and Andy. I think that Kristen, you deserve better than Andy. I don't think you should be with a coward like him.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And also, Kristen, why'd you do that?
What if now? Listen, obviously, the situation is terrible. They got exposed in the most public way possible. It's become a meme. Like other, I don't know if you've seen like the compilation of like stadiums. You know,
Oh,
that
it's incredible. The mascots, it's amazing.
You are now famous forever, right?
Yeah.
Is there a path of return for both of these two if they say, you know what, we were wrong, we cheated on our spouses, but this is true love?
Oh,
And
I don't care about them. Let me tell you something. I don't give a shit about them. However, I will say, if Kristen, where are they based out of? Kristen.
Astronomer is in New York City. I believe this concert was in Boston, so I'd assume probably somewhere around there.
Yeah, where did they?
Connecticut. You know, that looked like a fucking cheating ass Connecticut couple to me.
Now let me tell you something. There's a new Real Housewives popping up. It's Real Housewives of, I think, Newport.
Yeah.
I could see this bitch ending up back on that show. You know what I mean?
Connecticut is like us, only they are at their core, they're trashy pieces of shit, but they have money, so they cover it up a little bit better, right? Isn't that what you say about Connecticut?
I didn't say anything about Connecticut. I feel like you're putting a lot of accusations towards me. Already white people are mad at me. I got a crazy review today that said, if you hate America and you hate white people, then why do you keep talking to white people and why do you live in America? So,
really?
Yeah.
Was it on one of my episodes? I keep trying to win over the white people over here.
No, I think it doesn't matter what you say because somebody also said lay off the hatred on Ohio because of what you said last week.
No. So I took out Ohio last week, and this week I'm taking on Connecticut. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Be
only
nice.
because I love New Jersey, and it has nothing to do with the race.
You love New Jersey so much.
Yeah.
I know. No, I don't have a thought about Connecticut. I think I've only been there twice, maybe, and I have no feelings about it. But I do think that Kristen, I feel like there's a tell-all, there's a memoir, there's something coming up. You know, I think that that's going to be exciting. Now, speaking of memoirs and tell-alls, I did not put this on the agenda when I told you what we're talking about, but I mentioned to you last week that Scheana Shay has a memoir in which that she revealed that she was cheated on by Brock.
Can you say that sentence again?
Scheana Shay has a memoir in which she was cheated on by Brock.
Not that one. You said a sentence last week about
Scheana Shay, what Brock Davies cheated on Scheana Shay when she was pregnant with Summer Moon.
I think there's a COVID piece of it also.
Yeah, during COVID. Hold on. Well, today, because she's really peddling this book, okay? She's like, I really need people to fucking buy this book, okay? But in her new book, she also reveals a bombshell list of celebs that she has allegedly hooked up with.
Oh.
Can I read you the excerpt?
Please.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I lost it. You know what? Page 6, you're no good. Okay, hold on. Let's see what it is. I said to myself, okay, Scheana, you've tried dating or at least hanging out and hooking up with all of these celebrities. Hold on. Then she says, Jesse Metcalfe, Eddie Cibrian, John Mayer, Shamar Moore, Josh Hopkins, Shane West, Jesse McCartney, JC Chazet, Adrian Grenier, Ricardo Shavira, William Tell, 2 actors from The Notebook, and a few NFL, NBA, and MLB players, to name a few. And that's not really working out. It's time to switch things up and date someone who's under the radar. I didn't want any of the fanfare or complications that came with being linked to someone famous. I wanted to be with someone who was grounded. So then she got married to Brock, who cheated on her during COVID.
That sounds like an all-star lineup of celebrities from 2002. I haven't heard of any of those men in over 25 years.
Okay, let me tell you something. She is my age. Scheana. I
Uh-huh.
think she's either 1985 or 1984. Okay.
Hmm.
For a gal of my generation to get that roster going, that's incredible.
You think so? So JC Chazé,
Of
right? That's the
course.
name that I went to. Of course, I think we can both
Okay.
agree
No,
the
the
best
biggest
one.
one for me in this is Shamar Moore.
Yeah, again, very
Oh,
impressive, right?
yeah.
But again, you're looking at 2002 for like his peak as a celebrity. Same
Hmm.
thing with JC Chazé. Eddie Cibrian, is he the one that's married to Leanne Rimes though?
Yeah. So she was, I don't know if you know this, but Sheena is the reason why she's
Oh,
how
she's the reason
Brandy,
for Brandy Glenn.
remember Brandy?
Okay,
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a disgusting soup you swim in. I swear to God, I can't believe you watch this shit. It's so gross. I can't believe we're
which
picking on poor Andy for cheating on his wife with one woman.
which two actors from the Notebook do you think that she's talking about?
So I can think of it was. I think she would have mentioned Ryan Gosling.
You think it's James Garner, the old Ryan Gosling?
And the old lady,
Old Noah?
old Noah, and the old lady. I don't know. I haven't.
Old
I don't think I've ever
Allie?
watched. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine movie. Don't come for me, guys. I think the Notebook is just okay. I think that it was probably, you think it was James Marsden? She would have said that name. She
That
would
would
have
have been
said James
impressive.
Marsden.
You know, she would have said James Marsden, and I say to myself, well, James Marsden is a big get, but then again, Shamar Moore, big get. I mean, in terms of hotness, right?
I think that he is the hottest one on her list, in my opinion. I think that if I was proud of my you know,
Philandering,
no, this isn't philandering. This is, she was a single woman. She
body
was allowed
count.
to do whatever. Yeah,
Okay,
if
I'm
I was
sorry.
proud of my body count, I would be very excited about Shamar Moore. I think
I
Shamar
would be
Moore,
too. Yeah,
that's a
that's a
big
get.
one. I think who's the other list? I think JC. Okay, I have this name JC Chazé. It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Here's what I wondered about JC Chazé.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he bigger? He should have been bigger. He
He should
should
have been
have been a
bigger.
bigger deal.
Allegedly, there's rumors about him being not so nice.
About being not so nice.
Yeah,
Okay. I
I
mean,
know.
like you think about like when Justified came out. You know, JC had his own solo album also, right? Remember there was a song with like Tara Reid in it for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
Why wasn't he a bigger solo artist?
I don't
I've
know.
always wondered that. Anyways,
Anyway, I mean, Adrian Grenier. That's the guy from Entourage, right?
yeah, it's the guy from Entourage. He's never done anything else either.
Yeah, but like he was like, if you're like in LA, you're living in West Hollywood, and then you get to sleep with the Entourage guy.
Vinny Chase. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just like the show Entourage. You can see,
it's
you
just
see
like,
exactly what that's like.
I know. I'm just, you know what? I'm happy for Scheana. Good for you. And now she's a mom who's been cheated
Yeah,
on
good
by
for
her
her.
husband.
I think none of this is bad.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
good for her. Okay, I wanted to tell you about some new reality TV shows that are coming out. And one in particular I think that you would be really, really interested in.
Okay.
It's a new show coming out on Netflix. It's going to be on, and it's going to be hosted by Nick Viall, who is, I guess, from The Bachelor, and his wife, Natalie Joy. And the name of the series is called Age of Attraction. Raheel?
I'm in.
The premise of the show is in this new dating experiment, it simply does not matter how many candles were on your last birthday cake or how few wrinkles have formed on your forehead. Age is thrown out the window as singles search for their soulmates with the help of hosts Nick Viall and Natalie Joy. The daters range from 22 to 59, so potential matches will see if age is just a number or will the years come in between them.
From executive producer Ghislaine Maxwell. Why are we watching this shit?
And also, Nick Viall being on it is his wife is like really young.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is she?
Yeah, I think. Hold on, people. Their age gap is so he's 44 and his wife Natalie Joy. I don't know how old she is. She's young. Let's see. They started dating in 2020. How old are you, Natalie Joy? Young. She is an internet personality, and she is 26. They have an 18-year age gap, and they met
And when to get married?
they met when she was 19.
And they have an 18-year age gap.
Mm-hmm.
So he was 37.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie Kinderjoy, because she plays with the Kinder eggs.
She's a child.
Yeah, 'cause she's a
Anyway,
child.
listen. Okay, I'm not watching the show, and I will watch anything on TV.
Yeah, you have no standards.
I have no standards. Real, by the way, Donnie convinced me to watch Big Brother this week. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Don't.
You would fucking love it. It's so stupid.
I'm not watching
You don't. Don't. But if you do, you would eat that shit up. And also, you should be on Big Brother.
I think I should be. Maybe that's the move.
You would do amazing on Big Brother.
Just be on all these shows, all these terrible shows.
The age gap one especially.
Yeah. Nick Via. Why do I know that name? I think is he one of those guys?
He's a podcaster, and he keeps like having people on his podcast right after they're done with like reality TV shows.
He was a Bachelorette guy, right?
Yeah, he was.
I think I remember something about him being a piece of shit to like the Bachelorette. Is that a thing that happened?
I possibly, I'm not really in the Bachelor universe, but I think that he's not beloved.
Okay.
Now here's another show. There's another one that's coming out. Okay, also hosted by two people, I think, from Bachelorette. One guy is Colton Underwood. He, I think, was a Bachelor, and then he was a Bachelor, and then Kristen Barstow, she was on Bachelorette, and they're going to be hosting a TV show called Are You My First? It's going to be on Hulu. The dating experiment is bringing together the largest, hottest group of virgins ever assembled as they search for intimacy, love, and maybe their first on a tropical island designed just for them.
Ah, there's another show for me.
For the first time, they're free to explore their connections without judgment, allowing these sexy young adults, not young adults, sexy young singles to embark on a heated yet heartfelt journey.
Colton Underwood is gay now.
Yes, correct. He's also problematic because like he stalked somebody for a while before he came out as gay. He stalked a woman. Like it's a disaster. These people are not good. Okay, these people are not good.
We're not sending our brightest.
We're not sending our best.
It's like Trump said about the Mexicans. We're not sending our best to these shows.
No, it's crazy. Like, I would rather see these people on Jubilee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just explain yourself.
20 virgins against a porn star. Surrounded.
By the way, those are videos that exist. Those are videos that definitely exist.
Anyway. Yeah, you know what? We got to up the game here. Like, I would rather see 15 more seasons of, like, Love Island than, like, whatever the hell this is.
Yeah.
And just to go back to Big Brother. Real. Big Brother is shot exactly the same way it was in 2000. So, like,
really?
their intro videos, Raheel, look like, remember Trading Spaces when they're like, Janet is a nurse and her neighbor across the street is a bartender.
Is the font still shit?
It's absolute shit. There's sound effects. There's like pictures, and then there's like the transitions of the screens. Yeah. It like remember the Rosie O'Donnell show, like the transition screens?
Yeah,
it's that. So my point is that like if Big Brother has thrived now in 25 years using the exact same template that they used back in 2000 when it aired, we don't need to be doing all this.
Yeah.
Okay. An age gap show.
Nah, that one's fine.
Get out of here. Now, what if they combine both of them?
An age gap.
10 virgins who are in their 50s.
Uh-huh.
And 10 not virgins
in
who
their
are
teens.
20. No, not in their teens. Anyway.
10 virgins in their 50s and... I'm not going to say it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, I wanted to read you a message because we don't usually do this. I want to wrap up today's episode by reading you a message that I thought was really, really sweet. Okay.
Aww.
Okay. It's from a listener named Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
She said, "Hi, I just wanted to reach out to you to let you know how much I love your podcast. I randomly discovered you and Arthur through my love of Bravo and devoured every episode you guys had put out at that time. I even made my husband listen to the episode where Raheel broke down the Drake versus Kendrick feud, which was chef's kiss for someone who didn't know anything about either one of them aside from my husband's playlist. Listening and now watching you and your brother and guests have been such a bright spot for me over the last couple of years. My husband and I have been trying to conceive and dealing with infertility issues that have been really tough, and I look forward to your episodes dropping every week to help me tune out everything. Also, I love your brother. He's incredibly funny and insightful. I would love to run into him and have one of those conversations he has with strangers."
Oh. What's her name again? I'm sorry. Sarah, right?
Sarah.
I hope you got Sarah's permission to read that message, first of all.
Well, Sarah, we
why
adore
don't you
you.
get... Yeah, we do adore you. If this is cool, we wish you the best on your journey.
Yeah.
With everything that you're doing. And we are glad that or I am glad that I provide. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you're bringing.
I just show up. Can I tell you something?
That's so sweet, though. Yeah.
I know. It was incredibly sweet. Because I get a lot of hate mail, as you know. And most of the time when somebody says something nice, though, they're like, "And we love your brother." I'm like, wait a minute. Hey, wait a second.
What kind of hate mail are you getting? Like, are you really upsetting the whites? I know usually it's about the whites.
Every day. Last week, Tom came on the podcast and we were talking about showers. Because on an episode of The Valley, they were trying to get Kristen Doty to go and take a shower. Anyway. We were talking about, and Tom, who is white, said, I feel like as a white person, I can say that white people are not necessarily taught how to shower correctly growing up. And somebody said, "How dare you talk about white people being dirty?" And I was like, Tom said it. I didn't even say it.
You are platforming a white person like Tom to spread his hate message against white people and showering. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you deal with all of that stuff. I'm sure it's really, really hard. Just for my part, I appreciate the opportunity to be on here. And
shut the fuck up.
I appreciate you doing the hard work and building a fan base or whatever, just so I can come in here and campaign for no more age of consent laws, apparently.
Oh, no.
That's a joke.
That's a joke. Anyway, yeah, whatever. No, I appreciate everybody. And I love getting messages like that, though. And it's really sweet that somebody appreciates you.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It is really nice.
Who doesn't appreciate me?
Me.
The family. The family does not know
the family.
What they have.
We don't.
Nobody.
Nobody does.
No, I will. Like a piece.
I will say this. Okay, I will say this, and I will end today's episode on this note. I will say this: the nicest messages I get. I love the messages I get where, unfortunately, they do mention you, but then they're like, "You guys remind me of me and my siblings."
Oh.
We love listening to you because you remind me of me and my siblings. I'm like, that's so sweet.
Oh, yeah, I love you, fart face.
Don't. Anyway,
bleep that.
I will. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I am going to be doing weekly episodes with Donnie now on the podcast, talking about Big Brother. Okay, and here's the other thing. This is how the intro goes, right? They do last week on Big Brother, and then they're like, coming up on Big Brother. Like, it's not, I'm not kidding you. It's so goofy. Real. There's sound effects. I'm telling you, you would kill it on Big Brother. People would fall in love with you. You would have conversation with strangers. They're like, we can't evict Raheel. We can't put him on the block, whatever that means. I just learned this week what that means, by the way.
Oh, go on the block. I'm trying to think of the last conversation I had with a stranger. It was pretty nice. Probably like last week.
Yeah. Amazing.
It was a good one. A couple of good ones.
Yeah.
Right, anyways, maybe that'll be a thing that I'll do every week. My conversation with strangers. I have conversations with strangers, and then I'll spill their secrets on the episodes.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Like I said, I'm doing a Big Brother episode this weekend, and then I'm gonna do a Bravo episode as well, so look out for that. And Raheel, do you know that my air conditioning is not working?
You did inform me that your AC is not working. No.
I'm gonna go dunk my head in some cold water because it's so hot.